country and track and field at Ottawa University. For being a two-time KCAC track and field conference champion and three-time KCAC cross-country all-conference member. For achieving a total of 11 KCAC all-conference places, including 2008 and 2009, running the 5K and 10K back-to-back. For holding 6 school records in the marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K, 3K steeplechase, and indoor 5K. For being an 8-time NAIA National Qualifier and placing second in the 2020 Boston Marathon. And for setting 2 course records in the Sun Marathon and Mid-Mountain Marathon. For your work as Executive Director of Adams Camp, Valor Christian High School, and Director of Operations for Asianco Autism Services. For leading as an example with your family and within your community. It is for these and other notable accomplishments, the officers and members of the Ottawa University Braves Athletic Hall of Fame on the 17th day of October 2024, proudly present you, Justin Garrard, the Braves Athletic Hall of Fame.
You may all be seated. You may all be seated. I'd love to say your native son has come home, but that seems like a view full of myself, and it did seem to really hit with the crowd, so I think we'll move on from there. So, I'm going to start with 2 things quickly. One is I cannot promise either one of these. I cannot promise that I will not cry tonight. I tried to do this about a dozen times, and so far I have not had the opportunity yet. So we will hope that this is the final one, that this will work out. Secondly, I cannot promise that I will be at my what's called brief remarks. If you see, I brought a PowerPoint presentation with me. I don't know if people normally do that, but I feel like this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so I might as well take my moment in the sunlight. 2 big things I want to share with you before we hop into my slide deck here. One is that I'm just so excited to be here. This is an absolute blessing. I've thought about this for a long, long time. So thank you so much, Bayoff. Thank you so much, Ottawa University. Thank you so much, President. Thank you so much, everybody that made it part of this. It's a truly special moment for me. So thank you very much. My grandmother, Rosemary Garrard, is in heaven now, but she lived in the same community as Dick Schwartz. And Dick Schwartz is a Bayhoff member from yesteryear. He passed away here just a couple of years ago. But she would always tell him that my grandson is going to be in there. And so this feels like a fulfilling prophecy. Good job, Grandma. She knew that was going to happen. Secondly, that was your heartfelt moment. This is now the joke. So here's the setup for it. This is probably one of the greatest fundraising opportunities for Ottawa University because let me just hear how many people are here because of me. Let me hear a ha-ha. Okay, it's about a quarter of the crowd right here tonight. So know that that's a special thing here tonight. So we'll hop through this thing here. Let's see if we can get this to work. Let's see. Oh, I think you gotta turn it on first, right? Oh, just like that. So, hey, just keep it brief. This is what I'd like to talk about today, but I think we'll go pretty quick. We'll go pretty quick through these. Here are my attendees tonight, and so that's the amount of people. One more time, I'm gonna hear yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of people here tonight. So thank you so much. Every person that's here tonight is such a very special person to me, and of course, first billing has to go to my parents. And so that's John Garrard, that's there on my right, stage left, and that's Sandra Garrard, who is my mother, and that's on my left and stage right. Dad, thank you. Thank you for teaching me to always work hard, that the job's never done, that there's pride in a job well done. So thank you so much for that. And Mom, I want to thank you that I can't believe her, she's gonna make me cry. Thank you for always being there for me. There's just a lot of, you just never know. You never know how much you did for me. So thank you so much. This is my brothers and I. The funniest thing about this is if you see the top left and the bottom left, those are 2 different bowl cuts that my mom gave me back in the day. But these are my brothers. So my brother Grant is here down here in the blue suit. My brother John is here with his caretaker here. So I'm so glad that they were able to come here. And you can see the two hairstyles I've had my entire life. I want to tell you just a little bit about where I'm from. This is Center High School. And if you see this antelope sign, that is the welcome sign to my hometown. My hometown, I think about half of them are here right now, so I appreciate that. And if you see that at the top right, Center Cougars, that's my graduating high school class. And we're missing maybe 2 or 3 or something like that. But essentially we have 13 in our graduating class. And then in the bottom, your bottom left, that is my whole cross-country team. So I'm the only guy on my cross-country team. And so every year, if we wanted to have a team, we had a full team of either men or women. And I had to walk the halls and make sure that there's enough girls that would come out so that I could continue to run and train. And the bottom right is just so you guys know that I am a chick magnet. So I probably passed out. They were very nice to like pick me up or something like that. But this is my high school, and this is where I came from. A little bit about running here, what I think is really funny, if you look at that bottom left photo, how long those shorts are. They're ungodly long there. I don't think that was even the style at the time, but unfortunately I really went for it back then. The other thing at the top right there, you'll see that is the worst form that I've ever seen anybody run. I still have a little bit of that cockeyed, but I think I'm doing better now than I was there, Coach. And just some of my coaches, Coach Stoliker there in the middle, Coach Stan Wiles, Mark Grout, and Alan Stoliker were tremendous helps to me. And my very first track coach, my junior high track coach is here tonight, Deb Wiles. So Deb, thank you so much for being here tonight. All right, real quick, so you may recognize that handsome black-haired man as Kirk Wren right there on your right. That's my signing photo from high school. Newsflash, nobody showed up. That's why it's in a corner there. The really funny thing there on the left, CHS Senior takes second place, and first off, a little bit of a nip slip, so sorry I included that in there. But secondly, in there, my brother Grant says something about like I chased him all the time, and so I made him faster. And I don't think that there's any reputable newspaper that should have printed that. That's a Marion County record for you. What are you going to say? In the article, they say, well, where are you going to go to college? And I said, well, I think it's like Ottawa or Tabor or Southwestern. I wasn't quite sure yet. Well, I think you guys probably know what happened there, and more to come on that. All right, let's talk a little bit about Ottawa, and that's why we're here tonight. So this is my freshman year, and you can see, left to right, I have a couple people here. There's Devin Scott. There's Sean, Silky Sotomayor there, that's second to left. Then Dude and I, Eric Duchette and I are talking right there. You kind of see Dude. The funniest thing about this is if you look, those uniforms don't match. So Coach Wright is the one, I don't know if anybody else knows this, we didn't get matching uniforms until a week before conference. Where you have to have matching uniforms or you can't even compete. So we were the gypsy track team for a couple of reasons. One, because of that, and two, we didn't have a track at the time either. So if you see that beautiful track out there, that was 2007. So that Kirk Wren is quite a recruiter. You got a lot of people here without a track. It's pretty impressive. Well, a little bit about freshman year. So this is something that, changed my life. I made nationals my freshman year, and I just never thought that would happen in my wildest dreams. Funny story about this. Top left, that's Corinne tanking myself and Coach Wren. Corinne overslept her alarm, and I called her, and she just made it so that we could make it to the meet, and then she qualified for nationals. And then I qualified for nationals after that. That was such an impressive moment. Here on this side too, you'll see that the shorts have gotten shorter, but they're still pretty long. I used to always have Southwestern coaches saying, there's a guy passing you in basketball shorts. Basketball shorts, they kept saying that. I thought I was supposed to improve them or make them proud or something. And then that's us as nationals down there in the bottom left corner. One funny story about my parents, they tried to steal a sign from the NAIA National meet, and a person 20 years their junior said, please don't do that. It's just not very Christian. A couple funny stories here, and I know I'm going over time, and we try to be quick about this. This top left photo is probably one of my favorites. That is the 5K, so 2009, my 5K championship. And what happened is that Southwestern, an All-American, Andrew Topham, who had already run top 20 in the country or something like that, and he essentially, he kind of baited me the whole time, and then about 400 meters left, he let me pass him, and I never looked back. I ran the 60-second last quarter in a 5K to win the 5K championship by 3 seconds, on that. And that is Coach. If you can see Coach kind of in the back there, he's got his name going there, and he's going, "You can do it, you know, he was saying, Justin Garrard, you can do it." He knew it was that second name that really brought the power of Christ out. So appreciate that. Now the funny thing is that 90 seconds later, I ran the 10K after that. And the bottom right there, that's actually my grandpa, my little cousin there. And so my junior year, I ran a 5K and 10K back to back. And it was 20-mile-per-hour winds, it was 30 degrees, it was terrible weather. And I finished second in both of those. And that's what that looks like after you run 37 and a half laps and you don't get first in either one of them. Come on. But that top left photo is what produces the one on your right there, which is what we always wanted to see, which was Ottawa at first, and then two bewildered Southwestern Wildcats at second and third right there. So this is a quick story too. So the top is my first year at Nationals in outdoors. So I ended up being an All-American in the marathon distance. And so this first picture, this top row, is from my junior year. I wasn't having a great time, if you can read facial recognition there. So, but the bottom there is my senior year when I was able to be an All-American in the marathon. And Coach, they don't do that anymore, do they? They don't have the marathon anymore? At the national meet, do they do it? No. Oh, they don't? They don't let kids do that anymore. So they've learned their lesson here. All right, and then this has got to be about Kirkred. So I want to tell you two stories about Kirkred and then a story of Kirk, or with Kirkred. And he's already blushing because he's like, I don't quite know where this is going. One is when 2005, Paris Hilton was a really big thing, and it was hot or not. It was hot or not. And so the newspaper had, you were either hot or not, and they asked 10 or 20 OU students or something like that. I still remember clipping that. It was for Coach Red's 40th birthday that I clipped that, and he was 100% hot, according to the student body at Ottawa University. So great job. Secondly, it is his 60th birthday today. Coach Red. And as a present to you, we will not sing happy birthday, because I know you don't want that. And I'm going over on time already. The other one is Jen Peters actually told me this story. It said, you know, when the Bayhoff was announced last fall that I was in, and she was watching you because she knew that they were going to call my name, that she just saw Coach Red do this. He was very touched, and I'm very touched too. So I'm just so thankful for that. Coach, you're a second dad to me.
Yeah, better dad probably.
So you get applauded, so it looks like I'm not crying. I'm not. Thank you for all the memories. I'm the man I am today because of you, and I thank you for all the confidence that you give me. I thank you for all the love that you give me. I thank you that you saw something in me. So thank you for that. And we're not going to sing happy birthday. So, I got the chance to coach at Ottawa University afterwards. And Chelsea Fullerton says she's watching right now. So hi, Chelsea Fullerton. So great to know that. Cole Carlson is here in the audience today too. So thank you so much for showing up. And this is what you find out when you, just like Coach I think saw in us, that you get the opportunity to be able to instill in young men and young women great values and great character through distance running. And so you have so much fun doing it, you don't mind living beneath the poverty line to be able to do it. I'm a Dell graduate from Ottawa University, and so that gives me hopefully extra time. I'm gonna say that's 6 minutes instead of 3 minutes, but we'll move on for the sake of time. And some really cool things. You heard that I was second at the Boston Marathon. Huge asterisk on that. This COVID year, it happened. So that was pretty cool. To get second at a world major. If you guys want to publicize that at Ottawa, you can do that. So make some brochures on that. But there I am in the top right, lead the 10K at Drake Relays. There I am on the right, winning the is it Des Moines half marathon, and then that's actually me in the bottom left in a COVID year in a self-made finish sign there. Yeah, it's on Boylston Street. Who would have thought, right? So many people made that possible. So many friends from Colorado. My brother came out to do that, so that was just a ton of fun. I'll go through this just really quickly, but I spent about 3 months in Kenya last year, and it's kind of a long story, but God led me there, and it was such an incredible opportunity. This is a little bit of, I got to meet people, and we had this opportunity to do this YouTube channel, and so it's really cool. The bottom left is a really cool story because I actually did a road race while I was in Kenya, and it was a point-to-point. And I was started in last place, and then anytime that I passed somebody, they just dropped out of the race. So like, Americans not gonna beat us, like, get out of here, get out of town. But the main reason I went, and this is the point that I want to make, because when I think about a life of significance, that's always stuck with me from Ottawa University. It's a life of significance. What does that mean to you? This is cool. This is fun. Athletics is a ton of fun. It's a great opportunity for us to be able to, to develop our character, to develop our faith, and more so than anything, for us to be able to connect essentially our faith. And I got the opportunity to work at Jawabu Rehabilitation Center. And so there's a special needs orphanage in Eldoret, Kenya, with 130 special needs kids. 2 people looking after them, and 6 people that are volunteers taking care of 130 special needs kids. And it just all fell in place. I absolutely love these kids, and I know that God has worked in this moment. And you get to see some of those fun faces and just the love that happens in there. And so I just want to say thank you so much to everybody. Thank you, Bayoff. Thank you, everybody here. Thank you, all my friends and family that came here. Thank you to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, that He would be able to want a personal relationship with us, that He would love us, that He would care for us, and that He wants each one of you to know exactly who you are, because who you are in Him is greater than anything else. And so, at the end of it, and I work at Adams Camp now. I forgot about that. So I work with the IDD community now too. So, but the one thing I want to leave with you as a way over time. Is Romans 5:3-5, and it talks about that through perseverance that you build character, through character that you're able to build hope. And guess what? Hope does not disappoint. And when your hope is in the right thing, it'll never disappoint you. So I want to say that. I just want to say that Jesus Christ is who He says He is. That He has a place for you, and that this is a great opportunity. That we've had the opportunity to be able to live that out. So thank you everybody for coming. And it's about the time for the event to be over, so I will concede the rest of my time. Good night.